Okay, so welcome back to this class. We'll be talking about the key components of a fire alarm system. Like we said, a fire alarm is a system, which means it's a combination of different equipment and devices. They are all, interconnected and they're working together to achieve a common purpose of alerting people in case of a fire outbreak. So basically that's the work. The connection of different devices, combination of devices, which is the smoke detectors, the heat detectors, the MCP and the FACP. You know, then the cables, the fire resistant cable. In some cases we have the end of line resistors. Sometimes we have the communication module to be able to transmit, send alerts and calls or notification to the fire service and the fire centers. Sometimes we use the GSM fixed wireless terminals to send out, alerts, to fire service. Okay. All right. So this is the smoke detectors and the heat detectors. They look alike. Most scenario, they look so much alike. You have to look at the specification on the body to be sure that okay, you're not buying the wrong, device. The smoke detector and the heat detector, they look so much alike. Okay, so that's the picture. There's a base where we mount them. We'll show you in the practical class where you screw all these devices and just fix them and you twist, then it locks, and that's it. All right, so we'll get there at the practical session. This is your FACP, or some people call it a FACP, Fire Alarm Control Panel. So this is the brain of the system. It's the one that receives all the signals from all detectors. Detectors are the notification detectors and the alert detectors, alarm detectors alarm devices rather. So the notification detectors, they all connect to this panel. All right. So which is the smoke detector, the heat detector, and the brake glass, the manual core point. They all interconnect to this guy. Then the standard flasher. And sometimes we advise master blaster, which is very loud. It can be in front of the building. So when there's a fire outbreak, it's rolling and making a hell of noise. So everybody in that neighborhood can know that there's a fire outbreak in the building. So this is very important to deploy or to inform your client. Okay, so we have the alarm notification devices. These are sirens, these are bells, and they are flashing. They flash and warn people, in case of fire outbreak. All right. So this is them. They are usually 24 volts, and as some are 12 volts actually. But it's better you maintain your 24 volt DC because your panel is 24 volt DC. So all the equipment you're going to be using on the chain is 24 volt DC. All right. So this is very important for us to note down when we're doing our deployment and installation or maintenance or even troubleshooting. You have to be sure that you check your power ratings or you are sure of your power ratings of your devices before you continue. Then we have the panel, we have the power supply. This is very important, because you have to get backup to back up all your devices in case of power failure. Because power failure can, affect or even damage your devices. So it's better you always back it up. And in case of fire outbreak, and when there's fire, sometimes the light goes out. The light usually goes out. Okay, so this is power supply. It's very important. You have to ensure uh, that everything is backed up to avoid, you know, power failure at the time that you need the devices to be active to alert you where the issue is coming out from. You can see it mostly uses two battery, which is 24 volts. For all the other devices on the network on the chain have to be 24 volts. It's very important to note this. And most of these panel nowadays they have their inbuilt chamber for batteries. You just connect the terminals, the battery terminals to them, and they power your system, they power the panel itself. Instead of you getting an external power supply, you just get, you know, a panel that has support for batteries. All right. Okay, so this is the MCP, manual core point. So it's just basically for you to press when you see fire, and it's send a signal to the FACP, then that can now send signal to the sounder flasher or the bell, so you can get notified or notification, so everybody can move to the muster point of the structure, in case of fire outbreak. Then we have this cable, which is a fire resistant cable. It's a very good cable. We have by Vencroft. We sell by Vencroft or by the Vencroft Snowborn cable. It's a very good cable. Uh, it's ideal in case of fire outbreak. The cable it won't get easily damaged or burnt. All right. So this is very, very important for you to add to your quotation when you are doing your bill of material. It's very important. But in the case your client is having difficulty to get this kind of cable, you can also use the red and black electrical cable, pure copper. You can see the copper content of this cable is pure straight copper and it's about 1.5 mm. This particular one here. All right. So you can get similar cable for electrical cable. It will still serve the same purpose and give you exactly what you need. Okay, so this is the end of module one, which is the uh, introduction to the component and fire alarm system. This is the end of this particular module. I'll see you in the next module. All right. Thank you for your time.